Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm ready to start my next project, but the next thing I do is I want to have a box to keep the items that I'm making in, okay? So putting the guest checks that we made in yesterday's video into the box, and then I will be able to keep things, and as I find things that might already be finished or I finish things, they can go right in this box. Okay, so today we are going to use some envelopes to for page ideas, and I have this beautiful handmade paper envelope that was in the items that I got from Sarita Sales from Sarah. And I have this green envelope. I think it's going to be perfect with this journal that I'm making. And then I have this that I made with envelopes, and it was in my stash. And I'm going to add this into the center of a journal. Okay, so but I want to go ahead and show you how I might go ahead and decorate this. But this is going to go into the center of a journal, and it's probably yeah, so anyway, so the first thing I'm going to show you is I have one of the digitals from the Blue and Birds 2 digital, and I've added the napkin to the inside here. Okay, and so I'm gonna go ahead and I want to add an envelope to the outside. That's gonna give me a flap here, and then we're gonna do what we call a double tuck. So a double tuck is one of the things that I need for the challenge, and I'm actually going to show you two different ways to add a double tuck using an envelope. And so one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our glue right down the center of the flap and then right across the edge here, and that will attach our flap onto the page. Okay, a double tuck is one of the requirements. And so, yeah, so now I have this side that flips out, and I have this right here. Now the other thing is, remember, we need to add 3 things. And so I am going to ink this because I have been inking. And so we will go ahead, and eventually I'll ink around the page also. But right now I'm going to ink on the envelope. I should have probably done it before I put it in. Okay. So ink is one of the things that is, I did use ink on the guest checks. So that is one of the things you have from the Stash Buster list, from Textures. I think it was from Textures. Texture Ink and Spray. So the T had inks, and so we used inks, and we used some things out of my stash box. So yeah, so I'll need to go around these pages, and so I'll do that in a little bit. And so what this does is this gives us a place for something to go here and something to go here. And so we call it a double tuck because you've got 1, 2, you've got a double places to add things. So one of the things I have over here is I have some of the, yeah, they're all the same. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of those here, and I'm going to ink it, of course. Again, I'll be going around and inking this, both sides of this page. Now, so far I'm adding the things in that I want to add to my pages. Now, I think I'm going to make this a pocket, of course, because I love pockets and I cannot lie. So this gives me my second thing. This is from the bottom of a guest check. And that's my second thing that I'm going to add to embellish or enhance. Okay. So that'll go right across there. Just like that. And then, what do we got? We've got I'm going to add this. Should I add it up here? I'm going to add it down here. And I'm going to let it go around to the other side a little bit. I love the green. Remember that I have a calendar page, a couple calendar pages that I'm using in this journal, and they've got that olive green in it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let this come around. It becomes part of that. Okay, so I have my 3 things on here. I can come back in and add some others later. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add a piece of the self-adhesive. Drywall tape here. I can't remember what it is. I'm going to call it drywall. Okay, and we'll put that right down there. So we've got a little goodie going there. We'll have a little pocket here. We'll have a pocket here, and we'll have a pocket here. So that is a double tuck, and I can go ahead and I can mark that off my list. Okay, so right here, make and add all these embellishments, pages to your base journal using items from your stash. All must be enhanced or embellished with 3 things. So we've done it, and we used ink, and so that is awesome. And the envelope was from my stash box, so I did use something from my scrap box. Okay, so there. So I need to write that down on that. Scrap box, ink, and scrap box. Okay, so that is one double tuck, and that takes care of my requirement. And look at how cool that looks on that page. And then once I start adding, some things to this along with it, I think it's going to be just wonderful. Okay, so next I have the handmade envelope. It is absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm going to go, this is my pile of, we're going to call this the pile of pages. Put the other envelope thing up there. And I'm looking for the map, the other map, but the map page. Okay, if you remember. Okay, so this is the map page. And let's see. Okay, if that goes there. I just, because I don't think you can really write on this, I think that this is going to be a good place to add Okay. So what's going to happen is we'll put this on like we did the other one, but this will be the center of the journal. Okay, so this will turn and be pages like that. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll fold this down. And this is going to go on in this direction. Okay, this direction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and line this up like we did the other one. Now the other one, it was on the outside of a page. This one's going to go towards the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and come down and make sure that I give it a little more room to grab. Okay, and I'm just going to put glue along where this will come over to the page. And we'll go ahead and pull it over. There's like a seed in there. Okay, so this becomes, this is where you bind the journal. And so now these pieces, these little pockets, one will go here and one will be here, and you'll be able to add things to that. Okay. Okay, now getting into our stash, I want to close this off. It's really actually hard to fill a pocket from the inside of the journal. Now what we can do, we're going to do this with this one. We're going to turn this into a corner pocket. Okay, so that will be easier to add something to it. Then we'll take this, and this will become part of our scrap box because it's going to be a scrap. Okay, but there, we've gone ahead and cut that at an angle, and we'll be able to put something down there. Now the other thing that we could do is somehow could add this pocket here and have a second pocket. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this over in the box. Okay, so we need to add our 3 items that will finish this out. And so we have our list here. We have scrap box, trash, accessories, which are beads, pins, charms, stencils, hoarded, books or pages, unused digitals, stamps, texture sprays, ink, envelopes, or fabric. I'm going to go ahead, and I have this beautiful fabric up here. Okay, I have this beautiful piece of fabric. And so I'm going to go ahead, and if I add that to this edge, kind of like the idea of the pocket down here also. So I think I'm going to do this. Okay. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to add a pocket. Okay, and I like the fray happening here. I'm going to grab my fabric tack. I forgot I was supposed to get fabric tack yesterday. And I didn't. I had a $15 rewards for Michael's, and I ended up getting home decor stuff. Well, I did get an organizer for my cart. Okay, so that's going to give me just a little pocket down here, and it is fabric. Okay. It is fabric, so I like that. However, I don't think it's quite big enough. So I'm going to come up here, and I also have some of the Dollar Tree, my favorite lace from Dollar Tree. It ends up still being a good price at $1.25. That's like less than 40 cents a yard, or right around 40 cents a yard. A little more than 40 cents a yard. Boy. Okay. So to make this just a little bit bigger and a little deeper. Now the other thing is this is closing off this pocket down here, and I really like that. I'm going to grab, well, these are Rolo wrappers that I have in my stash, but I'm going to go ahead and put that just so that my glue doesn't go through. And I'll put this across. So this is fabric, and now we're adding lace. And that is under the R of remnants. Both of those are under the R. Okay. So just adding that. Okay, so we've added a little pocket. We have a pocket and a pocket. And then, let's see, we can add something to this side. Let's go ahead. We're going to put our cap on. And I really like these. I'm liking these stickers very, very much. Put that over, kind of out of the way a little bit. We have this little piece of the napkin. I think we're going to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a spot for that. Okay, so that'll give us some of the blue. Okay. We did go all the way to the top. Okay, then let me go ahead and use this whole piece. I had cut a bunch of these to try and do something, and what I wanted it to do, it didn't do. So I have these little pieces. Okay, then we have this. So we're just going to do a little collage here. So we've added a sticker, we've added some of that, we've added a napkin, and I have a butterfly that needs to go on an edge. Okay. Now the one thing I have not pulled out the digital. And I'm going to need to do that and start using the digital pieces in my embellishing, but it's okay. We've got a pile of things here on the desk that need to be used also. Okay, so there, that is, so you can write here. We've got a little fabric pocket here that we're going to be able to add something to eventually. And so that, and we have this big pocket. Okay, and here on this side, we also have this happening. Okay, so we've got that and that. Okay, and we'll be using our this will be where we'll do the binding. Okay, so that also was a double tuck. Now the interesting thing is our page is going to come up off of the top, and I think what we can do here is we can go ahead and cut that down, because I think it's going to be a little bit too big. If we find an actual yeah, sure, 8.5 by 11 page, yeah, see, that's going to come up off the top. And since we cut this, we can go ahead, and since we cut it instead of, yeah, there we go. Well, let's make sure we're even down here on the bottom. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so this could go like this. Okay, so if you were going through the journal, remember this is where the binding is, and you have that. So this is going to be able to flip up onto whatever is here and become a little pocket here, or even a double pocket. So 2 things could go in it. We'll see. But that gives me another page, and it is a double tuck. Okay, using envelopes. So our other thing using envelopes is I'm going to take these envelopes and turn them into a piece for the center fold. And so what you have is an envelope here, okay, and this one's flap is inside, is on the outside right there. Okay, so those 2 are together, and these are the where you put things inside. Then this one, you have this envelope is attached, and this envelope is attached here, and we have a belly band. Okay, so you have your opening here, and yeah, so we're going to go ahead and set this up so that it is ready to go into the center. And this is my envelope, using envelopes. Okay, so one of the things you might want to do is you might want to find something and cover these 2 places. Well, I'm going to go ahead, and to start with, I'm going to cut this one just like we did the other, the one. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right up here. Okay. I'll come back and clean that up. Okay. And it's just usually easier to cut nicely from this side. Okay, that'll go in. It's a vintage envelope. Okay, so this is what I have here. just like what we did on that other one. I just want to clean up that edge. Okay. Okay, then we have, this is all glued down on this one. So I would probably go ahead and put something over the top of this. And then you've got, this one is all nice. This one is a belly band. And so I'm thinking, we could go ahead and add one of these across. Okay, so and I want to have this ready because it's harder to work inside the envelopes once things are all put together. So let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm not going to ink this because you see the vintage? It's already vintage and I think it's amazing. So I am going to go ahead and, of course, I'm going to turn it into a pocket. Doesn't mean that we need to use it, but I live. Okay, and we'll add that down like that. Okay, so right at the bottom of where the two pieces meet. And I have these. I have a couple of these that could go in there. This is a little flinch card from the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop. You get the numbers 1 through 31. The original flinch card game has the numbers 1 through 15. So, okay. I have, oh, here's a postage stamp. Too big. Too big. The music would be kind of cool. I think that's what we'll do. We'll add some music. And we already introduced that in one of the guest checks. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on this side and glue on that side. Okay. So we added guest check, we added music, and I think we'll add this other butterfly. And we'll have that. That was out of my scrap box. So all of that was out of the scrap box actually. Okay. So there's that. And, you know, possibly one of the guest checks might fit in here. Okay, they're a little big, but that's my idea, is that something is going to be able to go in there. And I love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, okay. So now this one, I think we're going to want to close off with something to the edge. So I have this that I made using book pages, and it's in my use it up. You made these, use them pile. So we are going to add this, and ahead and trim this side also. Okay, so a while back I used this. I took apart a scrap box and used lots of the little pieces from my scrap box, and I made these and have them ready to use, and haven't had a chance to really use them. So this one we're going to put in and make a border tuck. Okay, so we'll have a border tuck, and that's going to cover and close off the bottom of this envelope. So I'm going to be able to go ahead and cut the side of the envelope, and we'll be able to put things into it from the side. Okay, so we also now will have a border tuck, so we'll be able to add items that way. Okay, so we can go ahead and open this. Okay, and we'll be able to add things in there. I'm going to go ahead and also add a thumb hole there. That will just make it easier to put things in and out of the envelope. Okay, so we'll have a border tuck here. So that's something that we can do. It's something that I probably also need to do to this one here, because remember, it's hard to get things to the inside. So yeah, so there we've added that, and we've got this spot, we've got this spot. Open this, and we have this spot here. Now even though this is where we could put this on in any of these places, we can add it to the binding. So here on this last pocket, I'm going to make, it could be a double tuck. So the way that we can make it a double tuck is just putting glue on this edge right here. So just putting glue on this edge, adding that right there. And now we have a little spot here and a little spot here that we'll be able to add things into it. Okay, let me show you what we got going on here so far. So we have cut this page and made it into a tuck here, added this, and it is a pocket. So we'll be able to put something, we'll just put that in there for right now. Okay, so it's a pocket. Added a stamp from the Hollyhock and Daisies digital kit and stamped on it, and then there's a little label going over. Here we added the napkin, this piece that was scrap from the envelope we used earlier, added a fabric pocket, leaving this space down here. We have that scrap and this little paper that are right now, actually we'll just put the scrap in there for right now. Added some music. So this pocket is a duplicate of the pocket that we made on the other one. Here we added that border, and we have the belly band here with the receipt piece and the music, and this is also a little pocket. We added the butterfly there, and the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to add some stamping, but I don't want to stamp directly on this because I don't want to mess up what we've already done. So I am going to make what I call tattoos. And so I have this, Periwinkle archival ink. And I have these fun little birds here. And I have some parchment paper. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up those birds real good. And then stamp them onto the coffee dyed parchment paper. And rip around them. Trying not to get any ink on me. Okay. The ripping part is really important. Now on a coffee dyed paper, this actually works even better, but we're going to do this on these vintage envelopes and it should work just wonderfully. Okay, so make sure that they are dry, and then we can go ahead and I'm going to rip this down so that it's going to fit on to this page. Okay, like that. Then we're going to turn this upside down. Grab our glue stick and put glue on all of this parchment paper. Okay, so this is coffee dyed parchment paper, and what it is parchment paper that I used to protect my table when I was coffee dyeing some paper. And then of course the coffee went around. Okay, so we're going to add this right on here, just like that. Okay, and we'll trim this. Okay, and that is how I can add some stamping without stamping directly into the journal. This is something that I do all the time, and I really like the way it turns out. So and I like to use colors, or brown works really good too. Okay, so we've got this funny little bird. I think that that's going to be a fun little goodie to add, and I'm just going to cut a straight piece. Okay, we'll wait for that to dry, and I'll be able to add that right there. Okay. And then you can add also some other little bits to collage it, and that's going to help with it as well. We'll go ahead and lay it down. Okay, so yeah, so I call these tattoos, and I have now used stamps. Okay, and so let's see. We'll go ahead and grab this little sticker. Okay, I think I want to add some music to that. Just a little piece. I have just a little piece right here. Okay, we'll add it to the top. here to the top. So you can see that collaging it does help. And I think we'll go ahead and I can add a small piece of the blue. Just okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down and put that piece of the blue. There, love it. Okay. This opens. Okay. I'm going to put some glue here and some here. Put that right up against my little sticker and put this down. Okay, so this video started out to be envelope ideas, and now you've also seen how I like to add stamps without the fear that they that they're going to ruin my journal. Okay, there you go. We've got fun little birds there. And so this is my envelope insert that is going to go in the center of my journal. Let's go ahead and put the music back up here where it goes so I know where it is. And let's see what we've done. Okay, so for today's video, we were working with envelopes and page ideas. So using envelopes for page ideas. And so starting with my favorite, the double tuck. I liked it so much we did two. Okay, so we did this one for the outside of a page. Remember, we went ahead and added the, we had added the napkin here. We put the flap here, so we've got a place here and a place here to add a card. Okay, so a place here and a place here. And then we've got this. Now, here I'm going to come up with something over here, maybe a double pocket. And then this will be open. I'm still deciding because I haven't found the box that has those scraps in it yet. Okay, but there, it's got inking, it has guest check, it has sticker, and it has that as its 3 embellishments. And so that is my double tuck that counts as my double tuck embellishment that the requirement. So I liked it so much I made another one. This time I used that handmade pocket or handmade envelope that Sarah had given me. And on this one, I have a place here and a place here for a little bit larger card. And then over here, I have this page that I'll be able to write on. We've done a cluster with part of the napkin, the drywall tape, sticker, and the butterfly. On this side, we went ahead and cut the piece out of the envelope and added a pocket down here. So I'll have a pocket here and a pocket here for this one. So that is that double tuck. This is this double tuck. Okay, so on the side of a page, on the inside where it's going to be bound. Okay, so separating it. You can also do it like this and have it inside the journal. Okay, so that's another way that you can go ahead and do your double tuck. But for this one, I'm doing it this direction. Okay, and then we have the envelope little goodie that we made here. And I had made this quite a while ago. And so we added our tattoo cluster here with napkin, wrapping paper, and our stamped parchment paper. Here we cut that one, added the piece of washi here, the stamp that we made from digital, and we canceled it. Added a sticker. Excuse me. And this is a paper. Okay, it's a little paper goodie that came in my grabby box. And then over here, we have the leftover from the next piece here. But we added another pocket similar to this one and added the music here. And the scrap from this envelope is right here, and there is a pocket behind here also. Okay, so you've got a pocket here and a pocket here, the pocket here and a pocket here. Okay, then we turn the page, and this one has the tuck space here. Okay, so we have a tuck space here. We have a pocket inside here. Okay, so we can put something inside here. And we have this that we've made to be a belly band. And you know it. I was being so careful. I ended up closing it off. Okay, so there you have that belly band. And you have your little cluster up here. So belly band with a cluster and a little pocket. And I think this is so much fun. So this will be able to go into the journal, and I can sew it in here, or I can sew it in here, or we could go ahead and sew it like here and have it go like, so it's sewn here. And this goes like this, and this goes like this, okay? And then you'd, oh, that would be good, because then you'd have this pocket here still. This, I'm going to cover it with an image from the digital. And so, yeah, so that, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we'll stitch it here once I figure out where it's going to go. So that'll be on the inside there, and then you don't lose this pocket because it'll be facing up. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then we've got double tuck here too, you guys. So something can go here and down here. So this is just like a little mini folio kind of thing that you could fill up with things. You know, you could also go ahead and add pages here and add pages here. You guys have seen me do it. You can even add pages here. So, but that is going to be the center fold of my journal. So double tuck on the inside of the journal, double tuck on the outside of a page using envelopes, and then this fun little goodie using envelopes here. So yeah, which one's your favorite? I really like this, but I think my favorite is this page. So find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.